Hello, Vintage Racing fans. Take a look at the rearview camera there. That's my dad, just got me started, and he's grabbing his raincoat. Yep, it's raining again at Summit Point. Did this all last year for us, so we've had dry sessions up till now, this weekend, but here we are, gray skies, spitting rain. So we're going to take a little drive through the paddock here for sort of B-roll interest. We are at the 2023 Vintage Racer Group Jefferson 500. This is the Formula Ford Challenge Series feature race. I'm qualified 8th place out of 44 cars, so we've got a really good entry this year. Pretty exciting. It's not first place on the pole, but it's not bad either. So, pretty happy with that. Here we are coming up to the grid. It seems like most of the folks have already arrived. Got some folks with umbrellas. There goes Bill Stoller taking my picture. Here we have, on the right-hand side, we've got the folks that are in the farther forward part of the group. Then they start the left-hand side for the back side, so we're not all strung out down the whole paddock. All right, we are about ready to roll out. It's not raining as much as it was when we first came to the grid, but it's still raining at different parts of the track. So, wave goodbye to my friends, head out, and first things first, let's see what the track feels like, because nobody knows. Test the brakes a bit first. Enough to make some smoke out of the tires, so that's cool. Get a little bit of feel. This is not so much warming up the tires as it is warming up the shocks, warming up myself, getting things loosened up, and mostly getting a feel for what the track surface is like. Seems already like it's slippery, especially in the braking zone for turn 1. Looks like the corner is wet, looks like the exit is wet. Straightaway was relatively dry, but what we're going to find is that it's pretty variable all the way around. So let's skip forward a little bit here, get through the weaving back and forth. So I haven't mentioned any of the cars yet. I'm driving my 69 Macon MR7. To my right there, number 201, is Mike Agnifilo and his Van Diemen RF81. Up ahead, directly ahead of me, in the orange there, is Dan Pianowski in his 76 Crosley 30F. To his right is Steve Oseth in a 71 Merlin Mark 20. So we're getting ourselves formed up now. Down goes the visor. First gear, nice steady rollout. Eyes on the starter. Even start. Steve gets a little bit iffy over there. Doug sees him. I'm looking for the middle lane braking because I don't want to be on the racing line too slickery. And now we see how things go when we get on the gas. Easy does it. Everybody does a great job, but Mike gets checked up. Again, I want the middle lane braking because I don't want to be on the slick racing line. I don't want to touch the apex. I'm still trying to stay conservative and find the parts of the track that have some tooth, a little bit of grip to them. Nobody is really going too hard through turn 4. We're all taking it easy through there. Turn 4 would be a bad place to come unstuck. I would rather not have the gap opening up in front of Steve right now, but more important is getting a feel for the track, making sure that we know where the grip is. Apparently it's easier to accelerate on the center of the track. I'm going to see if I can worry Steve a little bit here. might have worked, or he might have left that lane on purpose. Tried to get on the gas just as soon as he started to even think about tracking out. I've got Leon and Jordan on my gearbox looking for a way by. Again, I want to brake in the center because I feel like the outside racing line is too slick. Yeah. Slick. Second gear. Slick. Remember that for next time. Get little spits on my visor here and there. Steve's being even more conservative than the rest of us in 4. Jordan's not waiting around. He's got a lot of grip out there. Then I've got grip out here. Jordan triumphs on this one. Leon wants to follow. Side by side into 10. Nah. Just try to get on the gas early. Stick with Leon. I'm going to brake early. Make sure that I've got good grip down here. Had to stay wide because of the power slide car. Both Leon and Jordan get by Steve, so now I've resumed my battle. I would have preferred to go with Leon and Jordan. I had to check up a bit there. I wasn't expecting Steve to brake quite so much into 6. But my exit speed's better, so I'll come right back to him. Again, better exit speed. Do I have the power this time? Probably wasn't power. He probably let me have that. He figured he would just make sure that we're safe into 1. Because as long as I've been racing against that car, it's always had amazing top-line speed. It's a fairly narrow car, fairly slippery car. It's a little bit slower at corner apex and corner exit, but it's got great braking and really good straight line speed. So now I'd love to go hunt down Jordan and Leon. But they got quite a gap while I was working to get by Steve. It does give me some freedom to hunt out the grippy spots. See what I like, see what I don't like. This is surprisingly good through here. But somebody's had something go wrong. What's this? Yellow, yellow, up. We've got a mechanical off to the side of the track. So now your brain automatically goes, okay, he's a little bit on the edge of the racetrack. He's not fully off in the grass. Are they going to leave him there with a standing yellow? Or are we going to have a black flag situation? Keep that in mind. Be aware. So I've got some static through the radio there, so I was just turning it down so it didn't distract me quite so much. Try braking out on the racing line some more, see how that goes. Try the apex, see how that goes. Be gentle on the gas. Oddly enough, it's better this time around. I may have a little more heat in the tires. Oh, in my ear, I just heard FFCS, black flag all, FFCS, black flag all. But I'm not sure if the guys behind me heard it, if they have radios. So I'm trying to keep my pace up so they don't run up behind me. But I'm acknowledging the black flags at each of the stations that's displaying it. Arm up to say that I'm coming into pits. So that was predictable. Now what we have is the usual situation where we get a black flag all. We've got a mixed field with some of the cars that were at the back of the field now at the front of the field. So they have the option, if they're not interested in leading off in front of fast cars, to pull out of the way when we get ready to go here. We'll see what they decide to do, see who's up front. It looks, looking up ahead, like some of the leaders didn't get caught by that black flag, and they must have been far enough ahead that they are going to be at the back of the field. So here we are, we're about to roll off again. And I saw one car pull off and go into the pits. He might have come around. There's another one who's decided he doesn't want to be at the front when all the fast cars start to go again. Right now I'm not sure which of the cars that are in front of me are from the pointy end of the field, which of the cars are ones that we were going to come up and start lapping. We'll kind of have to see as we go, but I know that I've got Leon directly in front of me, Jordan directly in front of him, and that's just fine by me. Love racing with those guys. Trust them. You know, I trust them with my life, as we have to do when we're racing with these cars. Let's skip ahead, not spend a lot of time on this warm-up lap. Alright, we're at the end of that warm-up lap, coming back around to take the green flag again. Doing it single file. And it looks like we're going to speed up a little early here. So I got a little bit caught out by that. I figured we were going to go later than that. Steve comes back by. But on the left there is one of the slower back of the field cars. There's another one. And he gets caught out by that. It looked like a good move for a while there. Traffic after the restart is really, really tricky. Got rain coming down a little heavier now, so we're all feeling the track out. Leon left a big old gap there, so I stuck my nose in. So he's going to hang off to the left here, which means he has to brake a little early. It's tough for him to make that apex and keep it tight, so I just drive around the outside. And Steve Osith follows me through. Leon's getting shuffled a little bit. Having trouble putting the power down right there. Yeah, it's definitely slippery. It looks like it's rained while we were away. Still raining. Still slippery. Whoa. Yeehaw. Despite 2 small catches mid-corner, I still have a better exit than this car. Looks like that's Timothy Nichols, a Hawk. I'm still not interested in braking out on the polished part of the track. It seems like I can have a more consistent corner entry by braking from a little bit of offline. Again, I seem to have, for some reason, a better corner exit. Thankfully, Jordan comes out and gives me a little bit of a pull to help me get by Dan there. Line through there was a little bit odd. He gets a tiny touch into the grass, maybe? Maybe the painted line gets a bit of a twitch there. But I still decide I'd rather follow him through than fight him for turn 10 at this stage. Can't see it on there, but Jordan gives me a little point. Doesn't necessarily mean I can do anything with it, but showed me that he knew I was there. Jordan's really good on the brakes at that point. I'm still being ultra conservative down into turn 1. leaves me a bit vulnerable. It means it's harder to get the pass completed, but I'd rather keep it safe at this stage and be around at the end. The technique I'm using right now going into that braking zone in turn 1 is to lift off relatively early, brake easy at the beginning, increase the braking pressure as I'm into the main part of my braking event, and then release the braking pressure as I'm coming to the end of the braking event, making sure that I've got a good consistent turn in and that the car is stable. So it lengthens the braking event, but it makes it easier to manage, makes it ultra safe, keeps it really, really well under control, which is the risk that we have here in these conditions. Well, moderates that risk. It's getting spicy. Steve's got his feet under him now. He's feeling a lot more confident. But again, he checks up pretty hard going into 6. Fortunately, it didn't create any kind of a domino effect. I've got Joe Griffin on my gearbox now. His Lotus 59. Relatively new car, new restoration to him. Really, really good looking car. So, where do we go from here? Leon's back there, Dan's back there. I got Timothy to worry about. Let's see if the inside line works here. Grip. Too wide behind me. It's a lot to keep track of. Cars alongside, cars behind. Make a plan for going forward. Add all that in. You've got little spits of rain, varying track conditions. Good fun. Use the whole track just once. So here's the checker. That was something. Racing with my friends. Give them a thumbs up. Thanks, Leon. Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep the shiny side up, sticky side down. In the words of my friend Doug, don't do anything in this session that will prevent you from enjoying the next session. Goodbye.